are you today? It is a beautiful sunny day here in Arkansas. Oh my goodness, it's beautiful. Spring is on the way. I want to talk to you today about some of the things that I learned from the GrowthCon conference. This past week, I was not able to go. As some of you may know, my husband was in a head-on collision. Some woman decided that she was just going to come out of her lane of traffic and over into his lane and just hit him head on. He is okay, but wow, what a day that was for him, for sure. I was headed to my mom and dad's because my dad had just had a heart procedure. And when you answer the phone and you hear, "Where are you?" you know that call cannot be good. So I turned around and came back, and I was supposed to head out of town 2 days later to Las Vegas to the Growth Conference. I decided that it was not a good time to go. But I was able to hear it virtually off and on. And wow, how powerful it was. I was able to hear from speakers such as Dana White, Megan Kelly, Robert Herkovich, Stephen Graham, Grant Cardone, Elena Cardone, their two daughters, Scarlett and Sabrina, Jesse Itzler and his wife, Sarah Blakely. Oh my goodness, those two were probably my favorite. And then Robert Herkovich from Shark Tank. Tom Brady was there, although Tom Brady's contract did not allow him to stream to the through the live streaming, so it did not get to see him. We heard someone else during that time frame, but she was good. Shanda, cannot remember Shanda's last name, my apologies, but Gary Brecka on 10X Health. I've heard him before, and wow, so amazing to understand, the science of your body and the things that we put in our body, what it does. So amazing. And how to breathe multiple times a day. And again, that's just phenomenal. But so many phenomenal speakers, and how we should just attack things with such speed. You know, my word for this year was unstoppable. And I shouldn't say was, it is unstoppable. And I already spoke to a couple of podcasters this morning that I have met and are now in my ecosystem. And man, I'm meeting some amazing people and bringing them into my network and sharing my network with them. And I talked about the two things, speed and being unstoppable, and how we should look at speed and attack such things at speed, and which is more important, quality or quantity. And everybody has their own opinions about that. So I won't get into that. You know, there's some days where I think quality is more important, and other days or times I think speed or quantity is more important. But just to understand, to have an unbreakable business, there's so many things that go into that, and listening to all of the different perspectives that these speakers have, but there was so much commonality in what they all had to say about being a leader, and about how you look at yourself and how you have to believe in yourself and the things that you do, and how you have to take care of your health, how you have to love yourself, how you have to understand the laws of money, and how you have to have a money mindset, and how you have to look at marketing and communication, sales, and then scaling of yourself, not only of yourself, but of your business. And the things that you have to do to move yourself and your business forward. And some of the things that really became a reality to me. And I found out in some ways that I am a procrastinator. And that really bothered me because in many ways I find myself as a perfectionist and not a procrastinator. But then on the other hand, I found that some areas I'm not so OCD, and I am a procrastinator. So I had to tell myself that it's time to move out of procrastination and get serious about some things in my business and about even the mindset that I have in certain areas, and looking at my targets, looking at my numbers and knowing what those are at all times and keeping those right there in the forefront. And when I say targets and numbers, for some of you, it's goals. For some of you, it's meeting budgets. But whatever those are for you, you have to keep those in front of you on a day-to-day basis. It's also how well you communicate to people, communicate your message. How clear is your message? What is it that you want on a day-to-day basis? How are you going to get what you want? Are you going to ask for what you want? Whether it's something you want out of your job, whether you're a coach, are you going to ask for the business? If it's a podcast, are you going to go get on other people's stages? Are you going to ask for people to be on your stage? You know, I said last week that I was going to have an interview for today. I reached out to someone. I reached out to invite them for today. And it didn't dawn on me until the weekend that I didn't hear back from them. And I didn't follow up with them. So here I am again, speaking to you by myself. But I have a list of 25 to 30 people to invite for my podcast. And so why am I here again doing this alone? Did I procrastinate? Did I fail to follow up? What happened? So to be unstoppable, to move things fast, maybe I need a better follow-up system. Maybe I put things in front of it that I shouldn't have put in front of it. Whatever that case may be, I didn't do what I said I was going to do. Not good. I let myself down. But some of the things that really hit home to me is celebrating the wins that I have. I'm not so good about celebrating my wins. You know, I think through the things that I do, and I think about, you know, what went well, what didn't go so well, what things do I need to change. But going and celebrating those wins, I'm not so good at that. I'm not so good necessarily about really taking great care of myself when things get tough or get stressful. But one thing I did do this weekend is I had a no technology weekend. I told you guys for Valentine's Day to love and leave behind. I left behind the technology this weekend. My granddaughter was grounded from her cell phone, And she wanted to use mine the minute she got into my vehicle. And I said, sis, you're grounded from technology. And what Mimi will do, since you're grounded, is I'll ground myself. Let's see what that looks like. She thought I was crazy. But I turned my phone off, stuck it in my purse, and I said, tomorrow after your ball game, let's go do something. And I'll ground myself, and I won't even be on my cell phone. No social media, which that's not so hard for me because I don't get on it that much anyway. But no text messages, no emails, totally unplug. We talked about memories. We talked about, since she was grounded, she wanted to know how I grounded her dad. We talked about when he got spankings. We talked about when I got spankings when I was growing up. We talked about how I got grounded. My mom shared stories with her about how I got grounded, how my other sisters got grounded. We talked about bad choices. We talked about bad friends. We talked about all kinds of things. It gave us an opportunity to bond. And in those moments, I realized that I didn't take as good a care of myself as I need to. And it gave me an opportunity to sit back and think about what I really had. And the times that I realized I was spending so much more time doing the things I felt I needed to do instead of the things I really wanted to do. And oh my goodness, I can tell you that I will be unplugging more now after having this wonderful time, because I believe it was Robert Herkovich. I'm going to look here in my notes. I almost know it was him. Yes. Live on your wins, he said. He said, live on your wins. Money, or great money, amplifies who you are. And if you don't take control of your life, your destiny, no one is going to help you. Whoa. He said, you must take care of yourself. You are first, then other people. You are first. And he used the analogy of being in the airplane and how they teach you about the mask that dropped down should we lose oxygen, and how they tell you to put it on yourself first before you put it on the person beside you, because you cannot help the person beside you if you don't first take care of yourself. And he said, you can do anything. You can do anything, but you can't do everything. And he said, you can scale your time. And you can scale your people. And one of the things that he didn't do enough of was dream big enough. Look where he is today. And he's saying he did not dream enough. I do a lot of dreaming. And I feel like I dream big. But I'm going to start dreaming bigger. I'm going to start dreaming bigger. I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to start dreaming bigger. I challenge you to dream big. Love yourself. Take care of your health. Take care of you. Get some rest. Take some time off. Enjoy the memories that you have. Be unstoppable. Run with speed, though, towards your dreams. Run with speed if you have not already. If you have not already subscribed on Apple or Spotify, run with speed to subscribe to this podcast. Until next week, this is Tonya Gossage with Gossage Performance Consulting, who presents Influence and Growth Mastery. I love you guys. Take care. Bye.